as a master's program, and actually to just be able to and that's what has taken a bit of time, because I'm also looking at myself as an informant in my own research paper. So I'm gathering that information for purposes of ensuring that this is protected and preserved, and for future purposes of enabling the commission, institutions such as the Commission, to see that there is an interrelationship between resources and election and electioneering malpractices.
Thank you. You told us that you have been in service 23 years and counting. If we were to make you chair, what would you like to be remembered for in the judicial service on your professional conduct? How would you, if you were to succeed and now you go to the Commission?
I think my colleagues on the bench I would like them to they would respect me. I would like to be remembered as a person who was respected by my colleagues and my peers. And I think that is sufficient for me, because that was a service, and I think I needed to be respected. I think I am respected by majority of my colleagues on the bench, and I have cut out a career that has spanned all these years with service and honor.
Thank you, Chair.
Have you ever sought to be promoted to the higher court?
Yes.
And what experience have you had there?
I applied to be promoted to be a judge. I went through an interview. There was no complaint on my part. I went through a process of interview, but the selection was for the Judicial Service Commission to make. I was not one of those selected at the time. And I think that's all I can say. I was not selected at the time. I have applied once.
Thank you. FCPA, Tanui, kindly.
Thank you, Chair. Still on areas of leadership and integrity. Lorot, you've confirmed to us that you are a serving Chief Magistrate.
Yes.
Thank you. Under Article 260, judges and magistrates are listed as state officers. In our advert that we did put, for which you did your application, we indicated that arising from Article 88(2), people who hold state office are not eligible for appointment. Being a judicial officer, what is your take? Thank you.
I noted that on the advert, and I also noted that there are instances where, because I'm serving state officer, I'm coming for an interview, I will resign from my position if the panel were to appoint me, and I think that is the position I took. I took precedence in what has happened before, when I think the first instance of such a case was the late Nyachae being a member of Parliament, and as a state officer was appointed as a cabinet secretary. It has happened before. Even now we have two. We have the former MP for Ugunja and the former MP for Gwasi, who are both state officers when they were members of Parliament, and they was selected to join the cabinet secretaries, to be cabinet secretaries, which are also state officers. So there is precedent that that I'm not just coming here because I'm a state officer. I'm coming here because I'm coming for a job interview for a state office. My take also on that is that it wishes to remove persons who are not. Let me just finish with what I just said earlier. Yes, I think there is precedent for me what happened in the past.
Thank you very much. So you think there is no conflict between who you are and what you are seeking to do?
I do not think there's any conflict.
Okay, thank you. And you will be ready to resign, that's what you're saying?
Yes, I will be ready and willing to resign instantly,
okay.
Once confirmed.
Thank you. Professor Adams, do you have some other questions you'd like to ask?
Yeah, Bwana Lorot, you gave us a history that as a minor, you started becoming interested in elections, the Mlolongo, the famous or infamous Mlolongo in 1988. So I'll just ask you a general question because you seek to lead the IEBC, and therefore I believe you are very much aware of the electoral map of this country. How many constituencies are in Kiambu County?
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, I know there is Githunguri constituency, let me number them. There is Githunguri, there is Kiamba, there is Lare, there is Kikuyu, there is Thika, there is Ruiru, there is Gatundu, the two Gatundus, Gatundu North and Gatundu South. I should think this would be it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should be about 8, if not, if maybe more, but these 8 I can remember them.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Koki, do you have a follow-up question?
No, Chair, thank you. Okay.
Okay, and how many wards in Baringo, since that is home?
I'm from the lower part of Baringo. I'm from Mogotio, and I cannot hazard. I know that there are 3 wards in Mogotio constituency, but I cannot hazard the number of wards in the entire of Baringo. But if we were to look at the 6 constituencies, then it should be something in the region of 18 to 20.
Okay, thank you, Madam Vice Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Roth, when your career is looked back on, what would you like to be remembered for in terms of integrity and professional conduct?
Thank you, Madam Kiome. I presented before the commission the finding of the vetting and judges and magistrate board, and because this was also an analysis of career up to and including that period, and if you look at from paragraph 32, I don't know where the document is, but if you look from paragraph 32 onwards, you will see that by the time the vetting board was making a finding, it said that I am hardworking, I am forthright and honest, and I think that those will be the hallmarks of anyone who wants to be received in any career. And I think that's why I said it was a very humbling report. I actually asked my mother whether she can use the same terms on me, and because I'm her son, I will not reveal what she said, but I think it was very humbling. Thank you, Madam Kyo.
As a magistrate, I presume that you experience difficult and dilemmas, issues coming to you to rule and to make judgment. Some maybe those that appeal to your emotions and things like that. How are you able to separate yourself as Abdikadir Lorot so that you are able to serve your clients impartially?
To be very honest, Mr. Chairman, it has taken time for that to evolve over a period, because when I joined the judiciary, I was a fairly young man. I was unmarried, and then when you're married, and I think one of the incidences that took me by, I think, and I always remember, is when I worked in Gatundu Law Courts, and there was a minor, 2.5 years old, who could not testify because of age. And when this was a defilement case of a minor boy, I had my son then was around the same age, And when the testimonies were coming, I could only reflect on my son. So the distinction between personal emotions, it takes time to grow out of it, because these are emotional issues. But I think I am fairly, I have fairly grown in emotional intelligence over my very many period of service, and I'm able now to distinguish between my own and the emotions of others, looking at my own weaknesses, where my weaknesses fall in terms of certain biases that I have as a person who grew up, for example, in conflict areas, because my grandparents came from Kapedo, and as we all know, Kapedo is a war zone. So having grown up in those, so when I see, for example, when I was new in the judiciary and I would see cases of people stealing stock theft, it would affect me much deeper than I think it would affect the next person. So over time, I have grown and been able to accept that these are the realities. And now, while I cannot they say that as judges, we are still, or magistrates, we are still human beings and products of our own society, products of our own biases. I am Muslim, for example, and there are certain tenets of Islam that may not be condonable. So I've been able to separate what are my own biases with what is before me, and this is possible to do, and I think that is the reason why I've been able to sustain myself in this position and grown from the position before over a period of time.
Thank you very much. Just checking with you whether you have been able to present to us your clearance certificates and all of them.
Yes, I have. I presented all the clearance certificates. In fact, there was someone to assist with all of them. There's a checklist actually that was prepared.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. You have responded to our questions. I would like to thank you for your time and to appreciate that you have taken judicial diligence in responding to our questions and preparing for this interview. I don't know whether you have any question for the panel so that we could be able to engage.
I think I do not have a question, just to appreciate you, Mr. Chairman, and the panelists. First, for out of all the applicants for shortlisting me, it's not a mean feat. I come from a minority community who have